this week's Ask Dr. Nikki comes from Rebecca. So Rebecca asks, should you stay in a long-term relationship if the spark has gone? He is the best, but I don't want to miss out on a good sex life. This is a really interesting one because I'm kind of stabbing in the dark with how long you've been together, what your relationship is really like. But I feel like when it comes to relationships, we kind of do this. And there's this middle section where we don't know whether we should stay and work it out or whether we should leave and try for something else that's better. You know, our parents' generation would say, you know, people these days give up too easily. They don't know how to work at a relationship. But then we also have to celebrate the fact that we have options out there these days. We don't have to stay in situations where we're not happy. Now, if it is a matter of only your sex life that you're not satisfied with, I would suggest that if he is the best, then you really need to be working at this. I think we have unrealistic expectations when it comes to sex and what we think sex should be in a long-term relationship. It's not always going to be like it was in the beginning. It's like a shiny new toy. When you got a new toy as a kid, you always wanted to play with it again and again and again. Then as you got more toys and life went on, you still loved that toy, but you didn't want to play with it as much. Now, I'm not suggesting that you get other toys, but it's very normal and natural that you won't be having the same attraction to that person 10, 20, 30 years on as you did in the beginning. But if you have been with that person for long term, then you might experience this deeper level of intimacy, this connection, where you feel like you do become one person and that you're a partnership. This is a perfect situation where you're able to really explore and experiment with your sexuality. You know, if those awkward things happen in the bedroom, it doesn't matter because you know this person so well. You hopefully also have really great communication skills that you're able to say what you want out of your sex life. But I'm assuming that if you're complaining about the spark not being there and you're contemplating leaving, that maybe you haven't had this conversation, and that's the first way to start. Express to your partner that you're not sexually satisfied, but you want to work on it. Anytime you say to your partner something negative about your bedroom life, it's really important to give them hope that there's somewhere to work on. You know, I'm not really satisfied, however, I really love you and I really want to make this work, and I think we have an opportunity to create the best sex life that we have. Now, an important part of that mix is you understanding what you want from your sex life. For a lot of women, they've never really explored and experimented, so they're not even sure themselves what it is that they are looking for. What is the ideal? That's a really important piece of the puzzle. I think it's also important when we look at two different people that make up a relationship. Are you both happy outside of the relationship and in the relationship together? You know, have you lost that luster in your own life? You know, are you healthy? Are you energetic? Are you in check with your self-esteem? These are really important things when it comes to how you pair up with somebody else. If you're suffering on your own sense of self-worth, then that can really affect how you then connect with somebody else. So also what's going on outside of the bedroom. You know, are there emotional issues that are going on that you haven't addressed that are then impeding into the bedroom? For a lot of people, they hold resentment. You know, are you resentment about something? Is he resentful about something? If you are showing resentment towards each other, then you don't necessarily feel like giving yourself to somebody when you do have any type of negative feelings or any type of anger that's going on. You also need to be creative. You know, people expect these days sex to be the same as it was in the beginning and have all this passion and fire, but they forget to factor in things like life. You know, are there work stresses? Do you have children? You know, are you not the same people that you were in the beginning of the relationship? These are things that you have to balance. For a lot of people, when they get into bed at nighttime, what they want to do is go to sleep. When they wake up in the morning, they're struggling to get to work because they're tired. You need to get creative with your sex life. Maybe you can have some sessions in the shower in the morning when you're both getting ready for work. Maybe it's about quality, not quantity. If it's not during the week for 3-4 nights, maybe it's every so often when you have a weekend to yourselves and you can really relax and enjoy. So I would say that if he is the best, don't give up. Still try find ways that you can work on your sex life. Relationships do require work, and this is part of that. So I would encourage you to really be focusing on what are the smaller, littler things that you can do to really get that spark back to a new level as to where your relationship is now, not expecting it to be like it was when you first got together. So, Rebecca, I hope that helped. I wish you all the best. And if you have an Ask Dr. Nikki question that you want answered, make sure you head to my Facebook page and you can ask me anything. Bye.